Yo, what's going on, my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of an Undisputed video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the two biggest issues facing Undisputed right now, even after the latest patch and update. Now, I wanted to make this video because these two issues I've seen have been running rampant across the community. I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about it, not only on my live streams and my chats, but also in the discords that I'm in. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about these two issues specifically being the biggest problems right now with Undisputed. So I wanted to make a video because I did see the Play Undisputed YouTube channel actually commented on my last video that I broke down about the updates. So I know that they're actively watching content creators' videos and really taking tips and advice on what they should patch going forward. So here we are again, talking about the biggest issues and ways that they can be fixed. So the two issues that are plaguing Undisputed right now, and the two biggest issues in the game right now, are the desync and the matchmaking issues. Desync and matchmaking issues, coupled with the hook spamming, are the biggest issues in the game right now. They really are. Desync is absolutely terrible, and matchmaking right now is it not only has a bug going on with it, but it's really difficult to get somebody with a solid connection. And this could make for a miserable time if you have both of these going against you at the same time, because they kind of feed into each other. So desync, for those of you guys that don't know what it is, it's when you and your opponent are not in sync with what you're seeing on the screen. So I could be seeing on my screen, I could be throwing a right hook and you're standing right in front of me, but on your screen, you're all the way back. And this is what causes that desync. This is what causes those ghost punches that everybody likes to complain about, that everybody does complain about, myself included. That's what causes ghost punches to happen, because of desync. And it can really make for a miserable time. Now, before I used to think, hey, you know what? It's just because of people's connections and stuff like that. People might have bad internet, but it's not even that though. It's much more deeper than that. It really is. And it feeds into, ironically, the other issue that we're having, and that's matchmaking, right? Matchmaking feeds into desync by, just a good way to look at it is like this. I'm in the United States. I could be playing somebody that's a boxing fan from the UK. Now, if you think about it, we're a long ways away from the UK. And if we're going peer to peer, there's going to be a lot of ping in between us both. And that's what's going to cause that desync that we all hate. It really is. So that's kind of, matchmaking plays into desync. Desync plays into matchmaking. And overall, the experience just can be really troublesome for Undisputed, man. And it can really make for a miserable time for people that are trying to play online. Now that we've talked about the issues with the matchmaking, with the desync, and what they are, how do we go about fixing them? This is where it gets a little bit complicated. And this is something that I've touched on in previous videos that I told you guys I don't really know how they would go about it. So I asked about things that they could do to fix both of these issues. So let's separate them both. With matchmaking, the issue that they can do to better help with the matchmaking, which will help with the desync as well, is making a regional matchmaking system. Now, what does that mean? If you're in North America, you're going to be thrown into a North American server, and you're more than likely going to get priority with matching up with people in North America. So if you're in the United States, you're going to match up with somebody. You're more prone to getting matched up with somebody that's in the same country as you. And if you don't get matched up with somebody in the United States, you're going to get matched up with somebody in Canada. You might get matched up with somebody in Mexico. You're going to get matched up with somebody that is not across the other side of the world. Now, mind you, that's not always going to be the case based off of, where your skill level is at and stuff like that. That's going to be something that needs to be worked out. But priority regional matchmaking, I feel like would actually make the game that much better, because it would throw you into a server with people with less ping than yourself. Because what is happening right now is we have boxing fans globally. Boxing is a global quote unquote sport, right? Whether you look at it as a sport or whether you do or you don't is immaterial. It's a global wide sport. So it's not just like with Madden, where a lot of the players are going to be in the United States. So it makes for an easier time to find matches. That's what's plaguing the Undisputed community right now, is that we're going peer to peer with people in other countries. So if we make regional matchmaking, it would actually make for a lot better time. Your priority would be with somebody that's closer, so the ping would be less likely, or would be the ping would be less, which would make for an easier time to matchmake with your opponent, as well as when you're fighting, it'll lessen that ping, which will cause less desync in the game, if that makes sense. So the way that they could address desync is kind of what we fed into with matchmaking, in that, you know, making regional matchmaking would make it that much easier of a time to not deal with desync, but also, you know, just fixing the netcode. The netcode could really be an issue as well. It really, really could. The way that the game is played online might be a little bit, might need to be worked on a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what could be fixed with the netcode, but I know there's an issue with the netcode with online games and stuff like that that could be causing a pretty big issue with the desync. It really, really could. And that's something that, you know, Undisputed and Steel City could go in and actually look at and try to figure out what is causing these issues, as well as strengthening up the servers. The servers that Undisputed has, you know, they're a newer game, so this is their first time, or this is Steel City's first game, so they're not exactly quite sure on how to go about the server issues and stuff like that. But boosting up the servers and making them a little bit more secure for the players online might be a route that they can go as well. I'm not really quite sure if they could actually fix this without, you know, just without completely breaking the game in Undisputed. So I'm not too sure if they can boost the servers or strengthen it up. That's something that's a little bit out of my knowledge. Something that we would have to ask the developers themselves if they could do. But that's something that would strengthen, you know, would strengthen the game and cause less desync. So those are two things that really can be made to help deal with this issue. Because desync right now, it's incredibly hard to deal with. With desync and matchmaking being an issue on top of the gameplay issues that we're having with the hook spams, the hook stuns, and all of these different issues, you know, it can really make for an incredibly hard time, an incredibly enjoyable or unenjoyable experience for the community right now. So hopefully they're able to take some of the things that I mentioned here in the video and really implement them into the game, so that way, you know, at least we have a steady connection on top of them making the gameplay changes. Because if they're able to get this stuff right, the game will actually run a lot more smoother, and you guys will see, you know, the punch accuracy will go up, as well as, you know, the punch responsiveness, and, you know, the IQ will go up as well. Because I think a lot of people tend to spam because they feel like, hey, you know what, I'm just gonna get desync anyway, so I'm just gonna throw power punches. So, you know, it is what it is, but it'll make for a lot more enjoyable experience if they're able to fix these two issues with the matchmaking and the desync. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that desync and matchmaking are the biggest issues facing the game right now? Or is it something else? Is it the hook spams? Is it the loose footwork? I want to know what your guys' opinion is and what you guys think is the biggest issues facing Undisputed going forward. Now, I just want to add something in before I end this video. For those of you guys that are having matchmaking and getting stuck with these long load times, If you guys are running into long load times and it goes anywhere over 4 minutes, close your game out, exit the game, restart it, and then go back in and look for a fight. For right now, there's really a glitch in the game that that's causing people to have these outrageous load times. But if you quit the game, reopen it, and then try to search again, more than likely you're gonna find a fight relatively quickly, is what I found out, in my opinion. So I just wanted to throw that out there for those of you guys that are struggling with the matchmaking and having these long ass load times. That's how you get around it. Close the game, open it back up, and research. You'll probably find a fight relatively quickly. But like I said, let me know what you guys think are the biggest issues facing Undisputed. I'm going to be responding to every single comment in the comment section of this video. So please let me know what you guys think, because like I said in my previous video, Play Undisputed actually dropped a comment. So they are looking at the comments as well as watching the content that the players are putting out, so that way they can make the adjustments. So please let me know your guys' opinion. But that's it from me, my people. If you guys did enjoy this video and you are new to the channel, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. It would be much appreciated, so that way this video does get tossed into the YouTube algorithm and more people get to enjoy the great content that I have for you guys here on the video, or here on the channel. But until next time, my people, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from, and I will see you guys in the next video.